the divination for the deities, before their descent to earth. He cast divination for all the deities before they left the heavens and journeyed to the earth. In the celestial realm, he was known as Akpejo Uku, the one who can alter the course of death. Before the 200 deities departed from the heavens, he advised them that upon reaching the earth, they should refrain from enforcing rigid laws and inflexible regulations, for strict rules often lead to avoidance and rebellion. He warned them with the words of Esu. However, the deities dismissed his advice, for they had long scorned the trickster divinity. Among them, only Orunmila made an offering, a male goat to Esu. After this, the deities departed for the earthly realm. Once they had settled on earth, the first decree they established was that any deity whose hair turned gray must immediately return to the heavens. According to this decree, the appearance of gray hair would signify their time to die. In due course, Orunmila's hair began to turn gray. As the silver strands became prominent, the other deities reminded him that his moment of departure had arrived. He acknowledged that indeed, it was time for him to return to his celestial home. However, before leaving, Orunmila consulted Ifa, who instructed him to make a sacrifice, a male goat to Esu. He was also told to mash water yam with ashes, place the powder in a raffia palm pouch, and fasten it at the entrance of his home. In addition, he was to offer a pig to Ifa and prepare a meal for the remaining deities. Orunmila followed every instruction carefully. The day of the feast arrived, a farewell banquet meant to celebrate his departure to the heavens. According to tradition, no deity could enter another deity's home while wearing a cap. As each deity arrived at Orunmila's house, they removed their cap at the entrance. There, Esu discreetly dusted their heads with the sacred powder from the raffia pouch, and at that very moment, their hair turned gray. Unaware of the transformation, they replaced their caps and entered the feast. At the end of the gathering, the deities turned to Orunmila and asked when he planned to die. With a calm smile, he replied, "I have completed my preparations and am ready to depart tonight. I am pleased to participate in the great departure that is about to take place." The deities were puzzled. "What do you mean by great departure? There is no other deity marked for death." Then Orunmila revealed the truth. "I am not the only one with gray hair. All of you are now marked for death as well. Thus, we must all depart together." He urged them to remove their caps, and to their shock and disbelief, they discovered that every single deity in the room now had completely gray hair. Overwhelmed by confusion and fear, the deities immediately passed a new resolution. From that moment forward, only those who were truly old enough to die would do so. The mere presence of gray hair would no longer determine the moment of one's death. Thus, Orunmila overturned the reckless decree of the deities. Had the original law remained, no one on earth would have lived beyond 40 or 50 years. Through wisdom and strategy, Orunmila changed the fate of mankind forever. As the echoes of divine wisdom fade and the dust of fate settles, one truth remains eternal. Wisdom prevails where rigidity fails. Through this story, we witness the power of foresight, humility, and adaptability, qualities that Orunmila, the custodian of wisdom, embodies. The deities, in their eagerness to impose order, enacted a law without considering its full consequences. Yet, through patience and insight, Orunmila found a way to correct their mistake, not through defiance, but through understanding and strategy. What is the lesson here? Wisdom is greater than rules. Laws and traditions serve their purpose, but when they become rigid, they risk causing harm. True leadership comes from knowing when to adapt and when to stand firm. Foresight protects the future. The ability to see beyond the immediate and into the long-term consequences of actions is what differentiates a wise person from a reckless one. Even the divine can make mistakes. No one, no matter how powerful, is beyond error. It is in the humility to acknowledge and correct mistakes that true wisdom is found. Had Orunmila not intervened, humanity's lifespan would have been unjustly short. But through intelligence, patience, and spiritual guidance, he redefined destiny, not just for the deities, but for all generations to come. And so we must ask ourselves, are we making decisions based on wisdom, or are we blindly following tradition? Do we have the courage to challenge what no longer serves us, just as Orunmila did? The wisdom of Ifa teaches us that destiny is not just written, it is shaped by the choices we make. Thank you for joining this journey through Yoruba wisdom. If you found meaning in this story, share your thoughts in the comments, like, and subscribe for more tales of ancient knowledge and timeless lessons. May wisdom always guide your path.